Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And Geeky Sparkles is an attractive female character.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but thank you.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't go that far.
I'm
at least real.
She is real. So we're gonna talk about a conversation that's happening again because of the uglification of female video game characters. Again, this is like probably the freaking 19th video we've done on this.
Okay. I don't get it. Like, women like to play characters that look pretty. Why are we not allowed to? And like, if you're a pretty girl, are you supposed to wear a bag on your head because you're making ugly people upset? I don't understand. Like, I'm not exactly like, model beautiful or anything like that. But I wouldn't expect people to make characters look like me just to make myself feel better.
Yeah, this is a trend that has been going on for the last couple of years now, several years now, actually, in gaming, and a lot of it
at the same time as these different groups are hiring.
Yes,
I'm just saying, coincidental.
So
I don't think so.
We've got DEI consulting firms but not just exclusive to Sweet Baby Inc. Being brought into game studios, and all of a sudden all the ladies get uglier. We've got Microsoft putting out a document saying that they don't want their developers making hot babes in games anymore. And then Stellar Blade is selling incredibly well. I mean, I just
don't understand like why. Like as a woman, I don't understand why. It's like in Hollywood too. It's like strong female characters are basically dudes.
Yeah.
And now they look like dudes too.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I thought about why would that be the case, and I'm thinking about with women now and what because you're allowed to say what you're not allowed to say about being a woman, and I'm like, oh, well, current year that tracks.
We have this guy. If you think K-Vest is ugly, you're delusional. So what is kicking this off is the trailer, I guess, for Star Wars Outlaws, the new
people thought looked kind of bad before
they were criticizing it last year just because it looks like crap, but now the female lead is, of course, not a very attractive female character. And this completely tracks because we've been seeing this happen. We've even seen Lara Croft, who, Lara used to be like the poster child for hot video game babe, and now she's just very plain.
Well, what's funny to me wasn't her. It was the rest of the group, which looked like it was, the Tumblr roll call. it just looks like exactly what you'd expect. I went to the place that the Archers doesn't have legs. I'm just like,
it's never just one thing. Right? It's never just, I'm just gay. I'm just black. I just happen to be disabled. It's always all of them all at once. And I'm sure it happens.
It is it's like a Tumblr roll call. Everything that you see there is exactly, it's so samey.
Yeah.
It's just, predictable at this point in time. It just looks like everything looks the same. But, back to the whole thing with Star Wars and the girl from that, if you look at her, I mean, her face looks different depending on what still you get. Like, if you look at that still, she doesn't look that bad. I mean, she doesn't look great, but she doesn't look that bad. But the still that was on Twitter looks considerably worse. It kind of reminds me of the Horizon Zero Dawn stuff.
Yeah, that was the thing. I was just thinking, it's kind of like Tinder, right? Like, it depends on which way you hold the phone, which way you swipe.
You put a beard on that person, it's a dude.
It's a dude. I'm sorry. I was prettier than that in high school.
That's true. I've seen pictures. My mother.
I'm sorry.
Funny story. So I had a picture of Kneon, and he was at his cousin's wedding, and
I was like 22.
And he was. I still have that picture, but my mom saw the picture, and she was being a smart ass, and she was like, "Oh, she looks nice."
Thanks.
It's true. And then you had a picture where you were really, really, really super skinny. Like, I looked like you were sick.
Yeah.
In the picture because you were so skinny, and you're like you needed a sandwich.
Well, I laid off the sandwiches because bread makes you fat.
Well, you were like looked like you had cancer or something.
I didn't. I just didn't want to be fat. So.
You were way too skinny.
I think that was when I was working like ridiculous shifts, and I would forget to eat for like a week because I was working all the time.
Well, you were really skinny, and I was like, "Were you sick?"
No.
Anyway, no, my mom just said it because she was messing with me, but I just thought it was funny. Anyway.
Well, now we have gorgeous children, so there we go. Anyway, let's talk about this. Don't worry.
Too late.
The age caught up to me, and now I'm not.
That's not true.
I'm not as pretty as I used to be.
Why are we still talking about how good we look or don't look? I mean, let's just talk about games.
Let's talk about games because nobody gives a shit
if the
characters are ugly. Yeah. So before you get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Yeah, so this keeps coming up again and again and again and again because there absolutely positively is a concerted effort to make women in games look as mundane and in some cases
they make them look like dudes.
They look
I'm
like
sorry,
dudes.
They look like dudes. You keep making them look like
That's a dude's
men.
haircut too. I'm sorry.
I don't understand why. They literally taking pictures and putting beards on them, and they look like a guy. Stop. As a female, and I know a lot of other women who like play games, they don't like it. And then you're like, you think you're like, oh, we're empowering. No, you're not. You're just pissing us off, is what you're doing. Yeah, it's like that screenshot. That's the thing I noticed in the trailer. Is like there's like different places where it looks okay, like they had finished it, and different places that looks very fakey and almost like Team America and stuff like that. Like that.
This is
Team America.
This is Thunderbirds. this is fucking Thunderbirds. Like, or Team America. Like, this is the part where they have the puppet sex and they shit on each other.
Right. That's what it looks like. And some of the
and
parts,
they jiggle and they shit on each other.
Some of the parts, it looks like that. Like, I was watching the trailer and like some parts look really good and the other parts look very like jiggly and clunky and like their faces didn't move right. They look like puppets. So like, and then there it looks fine. So it's a bunch of, it doesn't seem finished. Like this guy especially seems very clunky to me. Like, you know.
Sorry, yes. And I was just thinking to myself,
she didn't look terrible in that one.
Which one of these two are clip face?
Oh.
That's what they call, okay. So
I know.
For those of you who don't know,
most people should know.
Or is it 9 num? I always thought it was 9 num, but people are like, it's Nyan Nun.
I thought it was not Nyan
Num. Whatever. They called him Clip Face on set. That's what his name was, but I don't think Kenner could trademark that. Like we got Walrus Man and Hammerhead and Snaggletooth.
We called him Buttface.
Buttface Walrus.
He's a reverse Buttface. But was he Buttface? We call him Buttface. That's what we called him. Buttface.
Now we've got what was that thing, that Claude, that giant
the penis. Claude the penis.
Spiked penis
the bar
monster
penis like a cat.
Who I don't think they ever made a toy of him either.
No, they did. You have a little mini one.
I have a mini one. It's like a capsule toy.
Yeah. You mean like, if they made a full size one?
Yeah, because people might be tempted to do something with it.
I don't know. It's like, that is a penis. Anyway, we should introduce those two.
Is that Ryan Gosling?
We should, I don't know. We should introduce Nyan or Nyan Num or whatever the hell his name is to Claude.
Clipface and Claude. I would actually watch that movie. Star Wars, Clipface and Claude.
Oh my god.
Somebody's getting fucked. It's gonna be the Empire. Yeah, the audience is getting fucked. We got your money now, bitches.
Yeah, okay, back to the point. Like when you see her there, it doesn't look, it's not great, but it doesn't look as bad. Like when she's moving here, it's not as bad as the other still where she looks like a flipping puppet. It's like some places are finished more than others. Don't make a joke about finishing things.
I wasn't going to, but you were thinking it.
Because that's exactly what you would do.
Oh, God.
I just noticed that in the trailer, it's like, yeah, and that looks like a puppet.
That does. Oh my God.
It's very uneven
Manly.
and inconsistent.
Yes. Every woman, Grums actually says every woman has the male jawline.
Yeah, I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired. Like you were talking earlier, guys when
Cloud
playing,
is prettier
when they're playing games, right? You said guys like they want to play the buff characters, the hero characters. You don't want to play your beer gut 40-year-old Thor character. You want to play the action-packed character, the action character, the guy that looks like he's could bench press a Buick. You want to play those characters, and why are they not making all the men fat and ugly?
Yeah, so nobody wants, balding, middle-aged Batman. They just don't.
Gamers will see the hottest woman ever. Where? I'm not seeing it. And then someone on tirade how ugly they are. Where? That's not where is there a hot woman? Please show me, Kit Kat. I'm looking for one.
Female gamers or female game characters aren't getting uglier, this person says. You just resent your ex-wife for taking your kids in the house.
Wait, what doesn't even make sense? This has to be like sock puppet accounts. That doesn't even make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
They are getting uglier. Wait, what about women who don't like it? What about that? You're gonna come explain to me as a woman what I should and shouldn't like? Please do. Misogynistic asshole.
This is the model for this character? This is the model for this character. Oh my God. We've seen this before. We saw it with Mary Jane and Spider-Man 2. They made her significantly frumpier. Like Peter Parker's supposed to be in college and she looks like she's 53. Yeah, she looks like Aunt May. She literally looks older than Marissa Tomei in the new Spider-Man movies. Okay.
I'm just tired of it. Like, what's wrong? Well, male gaze. Well, what about lesbians? They like what?
That's the male gaze right there. Look at that face.
It reminds me like a bad animatronic at Disney. As a woman, I'm just like, I don't want to play ugly characters. I just don't, and I don't want you to tell me I have to because I have to because I'm a woman, and if I want to support women, I have to play as ugly characters. Fuck, like hell, I do.
Oh my!
Stop! I'm tired of us women getting replaced by men and everything. I'm getting sick of it.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, but then they throw fit. So, okay, so they're like, it's not a big deal, right? They're like, it's not a big deal. But then something comes along like Stellar Blade. It's just one game. And the character is made to be conventionally attractive, right? She's very attractive. And it turns out she's actually based on a real model. And people are like, there's no way a real woman would look like this. This is impossible. And it turns out it was actually based on a real woman.
But they don't usually say that. The women that are actually playing the games aren't the ones that's just, trying to change everything. Okay, people that are on Twitter, perpetually on Twitter, don't say that.
Yeah.
Female gamer, wait, go back up. Female gamers see idealize female heroes like Lara Croft and celebrate and get jealous. Male gamers enjoy seeing idealized male heroes like Conan and Senator Armstrong. I want to be like them. They don't get jealous. That's the problem. They aren't getting jealous. It's these little shits that you keep hiring telling you that they're jealous probably because they themselves are ugly.
I guess
this is coming from somebody who's not that a model.
I think you're that a model.
I can't talk today.
But yeah, so like they've been case building for this one. This is last summer.
I remember it. I remember when it all started last year and people were like, what?
They are mad because of the stupidest reasons. Like, no, anymore at this point, it's Disney Star Wars. Just being Disney Star Wars and knowing it's going to be dog shit is enough to get mad about. Like, I don't care. Now, Jedi Survivor was completely unexpectedly good, but I think that's a one-off. I think that, as we get the Lucasfilm story group and the DEI consultants that they're sure to hire into the mix, the games are going to get worse and worse and worse.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the thing on her shoulder, the pet thing, and it looks like they're thinking, what does everybody like right now? Axolotls. What if we make an axolotl furry? That's what it looks like to me.
That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, they're just like all about that marketing.
Furry axolotl.
So I don't know, guys.
Toy.
Like, that's it. It's gonna be like, oh hey, new plushie. I don't know. I mean, the game might be good.
Well, they were said people were mad because it's a woman of color. That wasn't what they were mad about.
Woman of color? Oh, because the model was a woman of color. You could have fooled me because it looked like they made her white.
They definitely lightened her skin.
Her skin's way lighter than the actress.
Her up. So why aren't you mad about that?
Yeah, I would be more mad about that. Like, you basically race swapped this character, right?
She looks much lighter than the actor. But it doesn't matter. You can't. No, never mind. Strike that. They can't get mad about that because the character looks nothing like the dang model actor at all.
Oh, I remember the trailer was being kind of like, they were like, oh, hey, the history of Star Wars and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't care. I'm to the point where I don't care. What I do care about, though, is when the media goes out of their way to antagonize gamers and they go out of their way to take existing female characters and plain Jane them or uglify them, which kind of brings us back to the Tomb Raider thing because Lara Croft was like the iconic video game babe. Like in the 90s, it was all tongue in cheek. It was like, hey boys, it's Lara Croft and her big titties and she's going to go steal some stuff from indigenous people.
But you're not allowed to have big titties now, so they shrunk them.
Yeah, they shrunk them. Her titties aren't as big.
But to be fair,
she has an undershirt
if you're trying to wield guns and you're trying to climb things, they're going to get in the way.
Yes, but it's...
I'm speaking from experience.
So last time you were reading the tombs, well, apparently they're trying to make her now like self-aware. Like I haven't touched a Tomb Raider game in at least 15 years, right? But like now they're trying to make her self-aware, like Indiana Jones. Like she realizes it's wrong that she's stealing the artifacts from the indigenous peoples and her white privilege, and she's rich in her mansion. So, so they're trying to address that now. And also her tits are small and she's plain. Whatever. Now she looks more like Jane Goodall than.
And then the games
Lara Croft,
and then no one's going to buy the games.
No one's going to buy the games.
And then they're going to yell about misogyny and sexism.
Yeah.
It's like, but the thing is, women aren't buying it either because you made the characters fucking ugly. And the thing is, I'm tired of being told, okay, here's what you get. Guys get these big buff characters like, yeah, and girls get ugly, plain, whatever the hell they're giving you because, well, male gaze.
So this is.
I don't think she looks that bad.
No,
personally.
this isn't that bad. I've seen her look flatter, but this is.
I don't think that. I honestly, in the Tomb Raider one, other than the fact that every other character they're showing looks like it's right from Tumblr, I don't think she looks that bad.
No, this is Magic the Gathering. It said art by Greg Staples.
Oh, well, that's why it's not even.
I'm like, is that the AI's name now? We gave it. We're naming them now.
That bad, but that's not the game.
That's not the game. So they're just talking about this.
That looks like Tumblr to me.
Yeah, I think I brought this up before when I was talking about the state of the tabletop, and I just kind of like rolled my eyes at it. But it's coming up again now because everybody's pointing out that Lara Croft has been beaten with the ugly stick. And this game is done by the same people that gave us Thirsty Sword Lesbians.
Did you see the title, though? They're working on to apologize for the franchise colonialist origins.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a book, not a game.
No, this is the guidebook. This is the game.
But it's not like a video game.
No, it's a tabletop game. But
okay.
But
I don't think that she looks that bad in the pictures there. I just don't think she does. I mean, I think the rest of them are Tumblr. But I don't think she looks terrible, but this is stupid.
Yeah, so this is how they have to apologize for raiding and colonialism. This is what they've been trying to undo. And this is why they come after Indiana Jones.
You buy a book for Tomb Raider to be lectured about raiding and colonialism.
Yeah.
Why would you buy it then?
What is raiding and how does it mirror colonial practices?
How are you going to play the game then? How do you play a Tomb Raider game? It's literally called Tomb flippin' Raider. How are you supposed to play Tomb Raider, but raiding and colonialism is bad?
They need to come out with a new franchise then called Fuck These People, I'm Stealing Their Shit, and also my tits are huge.
Oh, that's too long of a title.
No, look, have you seen the titles of these anime?
That's true.
Fuck These People, I'm Stealing Their Shit, and also my tits are huge. Coming soon to Crunchyroll.
So they're just going to call her Tomb Saver now? And
Tomb Saver. No, because then she'd be a white savior.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
You can't do that.
I didn't say it would be Lara Croft. It'd be something like, it sounds like Lara Croft, like Mara Loft, and it's a black lady.
I think she's on the cover of the game. Raiding as depicted, this is like a parody. Raiding as depicted in the original Tomb Raider games and stories involves going to ancient tombs and historical sites of different civilizations and acquiring artifacts. It operates on the assumption of finders keepers that grants raiders with the means, and so you can't raid the Lost Ark either, with the means and drive to claim ownership of artifacts regardless of whether or not they have any historical or cultural claim. Later games released in the franchise have started the work of addressing this by having Lara Croft acknowledge her past mistakes and try to understand and show respects for the cultures and communities she comes into contact with. Every time
it's not real, right?
Every time she apologizes, her bra size goes down. Shrinks.
Well, then she's like negative now. They're like,
really sorry.
They're concave at this point.
They're concave. Her tits are concave. She has no more apologies to give. She's also worked to reform raider culture and raise the awareness of her peers. She's not raising the awareness of her peers. Her tits are not big enough.
She's not real. It's not real. It's a game. Show me where the game hurt you. I'm like, it's a game.
Oh my God, Lara, no. They have to basically apologize for the franchise that they paid money to make a tabletop game for. What the fuck?
So they licensed it. They apologize for the franchise and they try to sell people that are fans of the franchise this shit.
This is so...
I can't.
Stupid.
She doesn't look bad, but this stuff's worse. Sorry.
Yeah, so she's going to prioritize seeking out the truth. Much of this game is inspired by her humanity, her struggle with her heroism and her tenacity. We believe that all three aspects are important components in creating a game that celebrates history and culture while acknowledging the respect and work required to live in a world wounded by colonialism.
Can we just not?
This game sounds like tons of fun. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait to play this fucking game. Oh my God.
And it's going to fail. And
you get a game called Tomb Raider and you're not allowed to raid the tombs.
You hate women. We made our boobs smaller and you're mad. Misogyny, sexism. racism somehow. It's like, yeah, it looks like about as much fun as a root canal.
In this game, we seek to continue in that work alongside Crystal Dynamics by creating a sandbox for you to tell stories that address colonialist themes in play and create your own stories of respect and support.
What if I want to create a colonial story? What are you going to do?
I want to make a game called Fuck These People, I'm Stealing Their Shit, and also my tits are huge.
There you go.
And that is literally how you win the game. You steal their shit, and whoever has the most shit and the biggest tits wins the game. It's that simple. How much can you fuck over these people? And how big are your tits? That is how you win the game.
This really took a detour from the fact that they're making women ugly. But I don't think she looks bad in this. I just think it looks like a Tumblr art. But yeah, but to be fair, other shots of this character don't look as bad as this one. But this looks like a puppet. This is like an animatronic. And when I'm watching the trailer, there was clunky parts, and it felt like it was more finished in some things than others.
Yeah, I think it's finished already. I think it's just like, anymore, like, why would you even waste your time making a AAA Star Wars title? Because I don't think the market is there for it.
You have to make a AAA because you're not allowed to make a double D.
Triple X would probably sell better. I don't know. Oh my God. Are we going to wrap this up?
Yep.
So there we go, guys. Video game characters being beaten with an ugly stick again. God. Next thing you know, they're going to be putting panties on Miss Pac-Man.
No, they're going to put panties on Pac-Man. Then tell you it's a woman. You're supposed to like it.
Oh, no. We're going to wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.